What's going on, y'all? Brian Maxwell here, man. I want to take a quick moment out to come and talk to you about something that I know has been troubling a whole lot of salespeople, and that is, how do you deal with it when your customer says that they want to talk to their spouse about it? You know, you've asked them, are they the decision maker and whatnot? They told you yes, yes, yes. And then at the last minute, they come out with it saying they need to go talk to their spouse or to their mother or to their father. And many salespeople get stuck right there. And if not careful, it could turn into a confrontation. But before we get started on that, do me a favor. Make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you connect with me, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on the notification bell. All right. So you're sitting down, you're talking with your guest, okay? And you've been going through everything with them. And if you've done qualifying the right way, it means if you watch some of my other videos or you've been trained the right way by somebody else, you should have done a really good job of qualifying to find out if this is the individual that's going to be making the decision. But sometimes a person will say yes just to get as much information as they can, when at the end of the day, they have a certain buying system. As a matter of fact, we all have a certain buying system. There are certain things that you and I go through mentally, or somebody we may speak with or something, when we're going through a decision-making process. Especially the bigger the ticket item is, the more we go through our internal buying system, okay? So you want to make sure that you respect that, because if somebody does have a significant other to talk to, or somebody does have somebody that they really respect, that they've been going through or going to for years, we're not going to change that just because we say so. As a matter of fact, we can actually offend that individual if not careful. But the good news is there is a way to handle that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you three responses to handle I need to speak with my spouse. And please be knowledgeable of the fact that you want to learn how to ask what's called layered questions. And these are questions that generate information from the prospect or from the guest, but also allow you to lead into another question to get more information. Okay, so I'm going to go through a sequence of 3 layered responses that you can ask to your guests to get them talking and give you more information in the event that they need to talk to a significant other or a spouse about it. Okay, so you're sitting down, you're talking with your person, you present them with the number of options or however far you got with it, and they say, you know what, I need to speak with my spouse about this. What you want to say to them is this. Now, is this something that they specifically asked you to come out and find, or are you just going to be bringing this information back to them on your own because it's something you're interested in? Okay. Now, after that, regardless of what response they give you, if they say, well, yeah, they asked me to specifically find it, or I'm just bringing this to them on my own. A layered response is, excellent. Well, what questions can you see them having on this? Okay. Again, more questions that get them to open up talking. Now, when they start saying what questions they may have on this, because they know this person better than anybody else. Okay. So when you say, well, what questions, can you see them having on this? And regardless of the response that they give you, okay, your third layer question or response should be, based on what you've seen so far, do you feel this is something that they'll like and that they'll approve? All right. So 3-layer response when somebody tell you that they want to speak to their spouse. Look, let them know, hey, listen, I totally get it. Let me ask you this. Is this something that they specifically asked you to go out and find, or are you bringing this information to them on your own? Regardless of their response. Okay, excellent. What questions can you see them having about this? Then, regardless of the response, based on what you've seen so far, do you feel this is something that they like and that they'd approve of? These are all questions or responses that get the customer talking to you, opening it up more. Because a lot of times, when they say they need to go speak to somebody else, man, they're the ones that's going back, and if they're excited enough and they like what they saw enough and it seems like it solves whatever problem, they're the ones that's going to sell it to that significant other. All right. Another thing I like to ask is, hey, listen, so, even after you ask, based on what you've seen so far, do you feel this is something that they'll like and they'll approve of? They say, yeah. Then I typically ask, well, what do you do? What will you do if they say no? How will you handle that? Now, you'd be amazed how many times somebody say, well, if they know, I'm going to say no, I'm the one paying for it, so I'm going to move forward with it. Or if they say no, you know what? Hey, that's just going to be it. But at least too many times we allow a person to get up and walk away without knowing really where they are How do they feel about it, especially if they have to go take it back and share this information with somebody? So as you can see, I do have these wordings, these responses here listed right here on the video. But if you like these responses and you like the other videos that have been coming out, I highly encourage you. Click the link in the description. Go on over and check out the really short session that we recently did on 7 ways to sell cars like a pro and make more money. Okay, go over there, check it out, watch it. If you think these responses are something that can help you and add value to your game and allow you to be more successful at your store and working with your guests, make sure you click the link in the description and go over and check out the recent video I just laid out for you about this and about so much more. If these 3 responses will help you out, checking out that recent video that was just done will really help you launch your game to the next level, because you can start applying the information in it immediately. And please make sure you do what other winners do, and that's watch it all the way to the end. Anybody that really genuinely cares about you being successful and you making more money and having better results at your store is going to make sure that they reward those who have the discipline to be able to stay all the way to the end. That's the problem. People sometimes, they get so close to finishing and then they think they got what they need and they run out and they try to use it and it's not as effective as they'd like it to be. Why? Because they just missed that one juggernaut. So make sure you click the link in the description, all right? And if you haven't already, make sure you like this video. I want to see what it'll take to get us up to 100 likes. And other than that, man, I hope this helps. Be on the lookout. I got a lot more videos coming. This is about how to deal with if they tell you they want to speak to their spouse. But other than that, click the link in the description. Go over and check out the session. And I'm Brian Maxwell, and I look forward to seeing you at the dealership.